Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming today. My name is Jackie Mandyke. I'm the Executive Director of the iQuilt Partnership, and we're here to celebrate a lot of great things today. First, I'd like to thank all the iQuilt board members for being here today. There's several of them here today, and they are really what drives this organization and moves it forward on a daily basis. So I want to just pay special attention to them. But today, we're so pleased to have Congressman Larson, Mayor Walsh, Mayor Bronin, Alyssa from the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving. We are so thrilled to be making a lot of great news for the Hartford region today. And I'm going to start off real quick and then hand it over to the Congressman. So beyond what the Congressman is going to talk about today, last week it was announced that the University of Pennsylvania has awarded Hartford400 the Witte-Sakamoto Medal of City and Regional Planning, the highest honor. So we're thrilled to be awarded that, but we're also thrilled with the company that we share with that. So other winners and past winners have been Minneapolis 2040, the Green Plan Philly, and the Regional Plan Association of New York City. So we think that we're in pretty good company with that award. We're thrilled. We're going to be celebrating in New York City with the University of Penn in February. So we look forward to a few months of celebrating this wonderful recognition. And I would be very remiss if I didn't recognize Doug Sussman, who is from Sussman Urban Design. He's up on the screen. Doug also enjoyed some recognition about 2 weeks ago and won the California Architecture Institute Association Award for Hartford400 for their best regional plan. So we're thrilled that we're recognized on both coasts for something really, really great. But at this time, I'm going to hand it over to the Congressman and hopefully continue with all the good news.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. But the good news is right behind me, and the efforts that they have done to put this together. Hartford400 and the whole effort on behalf of the board on iQuilt has been just extraordinary and recognized so in the United States Congress. And so today we have both a check presentation that we're going to be making to Jackie and also a congressional citation from the whole delegation. And congratulations again on your receiving the Distinguished Award from the University of Pennsylvania. And you're going to hear from mayors on both sides of the river because, as I was often say to Mayor Bronin, remember East Hartford was part of Hartford400 years ago, and that we continue to, I love the word synergy, synergistically work together in this region to both demonstrate the community and the connectivity that exists here, and what a great story we have to tell about this region, and also the incredible things that are happening in this region because of a number of efforts, not the least of which was the vision that Doug Sussman has provided all of us. Now, we as all of you are probably, like me, painfully aware, we're in the lame duck session of Congress, and we have a number of bills still tied up in appropriations, not the least of which is a number of dollars also that will be coming to Hartford400, and in large part to expand this great vision further, not only just in Hartford, but to the east side of the river and all the connectivity that exists there. The passage of the transportation bill, and Tom Condon and I were talking about this earlier with a design build goal that the Department of Transportation, frankly, has been leaning awful hard on the vision of Hartford400. So all of the input, the effort that's gone on over the years, more than 50 years of trying to recapture the riverfront, the only Blue Waves designated river in the country. And now we're moving ever closer. There's an old saying, both Mayor Walsh and Mayor Bronin and I kicked this around a lot, you know, without vision, there's no victory. And when you're provided a vision, and then you are able to put together the leaders within the community to make it happen, the results are fantastic and much needed in this region. And so it's a great deal of pride that I recognize first the Mayor of Hartford, then we'll go to the Mayor of East Hartford, and then we're fortunate enough also to be joined by the Hartford Foundation, and we'll hear from Elisa. Then we're going to kick it back to Jackie for a presentation. Mayor Bronin.
Thanks so much, Congressman Larson. Thank you for your tireless support for the Hartford 400 vision. You've been a supporter of it through your advocacy here and helping us spread the vision and the power of that vision. And you've been incredibly supportive down in Washington, bringing resources back to move that vision forward to reality. So just cannot thank you enough for all that you have done. And to all the people who are part of the iQuilt coalition, because it really is a coalition of individuals and organizations and stakeholders that are working together to try to change the game for the entire Hartford region. And that's exactly what the plan that Doug Sussman has designed and the iQuilt partnership put together for Hartford 400. If you look at this, there's this great Lego diorama of the city of Hartford right here. And the first thing that I saw when I walked through the doors and looked at it is that big highway interchange that cuts off the capital city from the Connecticut River. Part of the Hartford 400 vision is to change that. You look at the elevated highway that divides our city north and south and is one of the worst choke points in the country. The Hartford 400 vision changes that. If you imagine what the Lego diorama would look like on the east side of the river, you'd see a huge portion of Mayor Walsh's city taken up by the Mixmaster. The Hartford 400 addresses that. And the Hartford 400 plan also reconnects the historic Coatesville neighborhood to the river and focuses on projects like the connectivity to the riverfront for bike and pedestrian trails, using the old Griffin line as a multimodal way that will connect Blue Hills and Towns North down into downtown. There are elements of this plan that are massive and ambitious, and there are elements of this plan that are simple and common sense. But our commitment together is to push all of those forward. And when the people who began working on this project set out to do this, it was in a world where an ambitious vision like this was achievable, we hoped, at some point in the future, but the resources weren't there to do it. We're in a different world today. Because of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Act that Congressman Larson and our delegation were part of fighting for, because of the work that DOT has been doing to prepare for this, this ambitious vision is becoming more and more achievable every month and every year. And so our commitment together is to push that forward as aggressively as we can, to stay focused on the big vision, and then to work together to make sure that we phase it out in ways that we can, that allow us to move this project forward piece by piece without compromising on the big transformative vision that will indeed change the game, both for the city of Hartford, for East Hartford, and for the entire capital region. And I just want to offer my congratulations again to the whole iQuilt team, and especially to Doug, who is just one of the best in the world at reimagining places and spaces. And this design that you're seeing win awards in Pennsylvania and California alike is the result of his incredible talent, as well as the incredible coalition that's been assembled here to inform that design work. So I just can't say thank you enough to everybody who's a part of this, and Congressman, again, for all that you have done to push this forward, to make sure that it stays top of mind for DOT, for our state leadership, for our region as a whole, and for your colleagues in Congress. I don't think anybody could have given this more energy or been more successful at keeping this ball moving forward than you have. So thank you so much. And without further ado, I want to say thank you both to Senator Saud Anwar, who is our neighbor a little bit to the north, and also to our neighbor right across the river, Mayor Walsh, who we talk often. Guys, you don't have to remind me that Hartford and East Hartford used to be the same. I told Mayor Walsh, anytime he wants to sign the merger documents, we're ready to do it. But Mayor Walsh, I think, is just the epitome of a municipal leader who thinks regionally and recognizes that we rise or fall together, and let's rise together. So, Mayor Walsh, over to you.
Appreciate it. So good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mayor Mike from the town of East Hartford, and I want to echo some of the same comments that my counterpart, Mayor Bronin, did. First, to Jackie and to Doug, congratulations on vision. What government doesn't do particularly well, or maybe I should say it the other way, what government does do particularly well is we plow the roads, we cut the lawn, we take birth certificates and death certificates, and we pay the police and we pay the firefighters. But what we don't do particularly well, because we're often around for 2 or 4 years, is to do planning like both iQuilt and Hartford400 did. Now, it's one thing to plan, and again, congratulations to Doug, congratulations to Jackie, but Congressman Larson has been a stalwart supporter for decades, understanding that regionalism, what Mayor Bronin had just suggested, that East Hartford and Hartford have done remarkably well lately, is there is no us, or there is no one. It's about us. It's about the east side of the river. It's about the west side of the river. And when we come together and we have supporters like Congressman Larson in plans that folks like Jackie and Doug, iQuilt, and the board of Hartford400, it makes complete sense. Now we have a checklist of things to do. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of heavy lifting. So let me back away just to say congratulations to the board, congratulations to the members, Jackie and Doug. Thank you to Congressman Larson. And we stand ready with Mayor Bronin. If we can get this thing done regionally, all the better for both our communities. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to add a few things to what has been said. First of all, Congressman, thank you for your leadership and thank you for being a champion. Every time I listen to Congressman about the need for this, I said, wow, why haven't we done this yet? And that's because we never had a congressman like Congressman Larson, who actually was able to educate each and every one about why this is critical. I want to make a few points. One is the state is a partner, and the state has to be a partner. And that's what we will have to work on to make sure that everybody recognizes the immediate need to make this our priority. The other thing is that this is a safety issue, this is a climate issue, but this is also a public health issue. The communities that are exposed to the particulate matter because of the way the highways have been made into this community, the asthma, respiratory illnesses are quite high in Hartford and East Hartford, and we have a responsibility to protect that. And this will address that part. And then, of course, the safety aspect is critical. Congressman Larson articulates this better than anybody else. This is something that has to happen. And I'm glad to be part of the conversations every time there's one, to be my support in every possible way to this vision to become it a reality. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. The Hartford Foundation, since the inception of Hartford400, has really been a proud partner with the City of Hartford, with iQuilt, and with the very many partners throughout the region. And I think today is really, not only by who's standing behind me, but also, the work itself is such a clear example of the very best of public and private, nonprofit, and resident partnership. And so I really, really want to applaud that type of interaction between the philanthropic public sector and the private sector. And we recognize at the Hartford Foundation that reconnecting our neighborhoods in Hartford and beyond in ways that are guided by a long-term shared plan and a roadmap that's created by the people who live in the neighborhoods can be transformative. And in making this a reality, we've encouraged and we've funded and supported and partnered with, to ensure inclusive resident engagement as we think about the development of this vision. And we have know that this is not just about Hartford, or just one or two of the neighboring towns. The Hartford Foundation serves 29 towns in our region, and Hartford400 really envisioned the breadth of neighborhoods that make up the greater Hartford region. So thank you again to everyone who is here, who's made this happen. Today is a significant funding milestone that's been accomplished, and we at the Hartford Foundation look forward to continue and our commitment to supporting this work. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Alyssa and Saud, and want to thank both mayors for being here as well. And if we could now, we have a a special congressional recognition submitted by the whole delegation that recognizes and honors the iQuilt for their incredible efforts to bring this to the point where we are today. And so, Jackie, if I could have you come up and also have your board members come up to receive this. And if I could get the two mayors to take the check out in front there. Just to say again, it's great to work with so many dedicated people, and you can hear just from the comments of our two mayors the extraordinary leaders they are as well. And the best is yet to come. We've got a lot that's underway, but the planning has been done, the effort has been made, and now it's just persistence to get to the end goal. It may take a few more years, but we're going to get there. We're on the right track. Congratulations to Hartford 400 and iQuilt for this incredible effort that you've put forward. And let us keep our fingers crossed in the lame duck, but I feel rather confident that Rosa DeLauro's is going to come through for us, and there will be more funding on its way to make sure that Mr. Sussman gets to do his magic continually and have that great vision that brings us all together. As both mayors have said, this has been a vision that's been around for a long time, a more than 50-year effort to recapture the riverfront. It's now within our grasp. The money is there. Certainly the need is there. When you have the #1 chokehold in the state, #1 in New England, #3 nationally for truck traffic congestion, throw in the fact that we have sandpiping under our bridges and those levees need to be prepared, we qualify as a #1 project for the nation. So thanks to your efforts, this has been made possible. Thank you.
Thank you.